everybody, welcome to Siberian Russia. It's Sunday, it's awesome. Today we are just out with the shovel and the metal detector. We're not far into the woods or anything like that. We're not even far from the homestead, just like a kilometer or something. But it doesn't matter. One thing I want to do today is to hopefully show you how to make a really simple Dakota pit fire. It's a pit fire I've made in Denmark. I tell you many times. And in the infamous stove video, there was a guy asking me about something with the Dakota pit fire, and I was thinking, hey, but I made that just in a different way than with a shovel and all that funky stuff, right? And small one. Hopefully I'll be able to replicate the Danish Dakota pit fire in Russia. But I think I'll pick up the shovel and the detector there and head a little bit of a ways in that direction, and I think I will do some blah-blah-blahing on the way. Why not? I would also like to thank you guys who have been so kind and made a difference and supported the channel on PayPal, the vehicle project, or the channel in general, the new patrons and so on. There's even a few ladies that have been supporting the channel. One of the ladies' name starts with an L, and she's a stable supporter of the channel, and I appreciate that a lot. I don't want to mention any names because I have bad experiences with that, but all you guys, you know who you are. I got a lot of suggestions and questions, you can say, about choice of vehicle and this and that, and you guys know that I have been setting my sights on the Gas 71 because it's a proven design. It is an awesome vehicle. Weight distribution and displacement, you can say, on the Gas 71 is, you can say, very close to the mini crawler actually, because the Gas 71 is very light for a tracked vehicle, for such a large tracked vehicle, 3.7 tons. It has relatively wide tracks, and it's awesome. Alright guys, so we made a stop here because we're gonna make the little Dakota pit fire. The Danish Dakota pit fire. But yeah, as I said, I was just out to see if I could find anything with the metal detector, because it's soon time to go and sell off the metal that I have. Which is not that much, because Mrs. Siberian Russia, she had this injury and I was stuck for a month home, right? Also, I want to reply to a comment on the crawler video, because it seems like it was a Danish guy who wrote, not in a negative way or anything, he just wrote, hey, take it easy, it's only YouTube videos. No, it's not only YouTube videos. This is where I live, this is my life. There's a reason that I went out there for a recon. We hunt there, and there's also money to be made out there. But that is a completely different matter. Not for hunting though, for metal, basically. But that's a longer story. Anyway, when I go to the forest, there's always dual or trial reasons for me going there. I just happen to make videos along the way. But I've been blah-blah-blahing enough and going off topic like a crazy man. So let's get on with the Dakota pit fire. We need 2 sticks, like this. Sometimes we need only 1. Here you can see we have a little bit of an unevenness in the ground. That is an advantage. I have difficulty speaking today. It can be done on completely flat ground as well. I've done this fire here many times in Denmark. So let's get on with it. We have 2 sticks there. This is actually from an old shelter frame, because I've actually been camping here. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the little pointy stick there to begin with. We take our pointy stick here and we put it in the ground like that. Then we take our axe and pound on this little guy here. If we don't have an axe, we can always, of course, just take another stick, but we have an axe. So that's what we're gonna do. We are gonna pound this guy down like 20-30 centimeters. Once in a while, you want to do like this. You want to expand the hole, make it like a cone shape inside. It's a little bit old, this guy here, but it's usable. And if it's usable, why not use it? We have something that looks like this, and I think this is actually fine. So we have our hole here, and we have our pointy stick. we will put our pointy stick down here and line it up with the burn hole, so to speak. It can be a good idea to try and compress the soil there, but I don't think it's needed in this case actually. It can also be useful sometimes to make this hole here the airflow hole with a thinner stick. It doesn't really matter if it's the same, but I think the soil here is alright. I don't know if it's gonna be visible to you guys. I hope so. You should be able to see that we have penetration down there. What we can do now is that we can try and rotate this little guy a little bit. And compress the soil that we just have been pushing through. If we have some problems, we can take another little stick and run through. And we can take this other little stick with a flat end, put it down here as well. So now we have a nice flat bottom down there. You should be able to see that we have a nice clean pass through now. And the hole is sort of like hand sized, so we can take the last little bit of stuff up. But we are basically ready to light the little pit fire down there. I mean, this is seriously. So, spruce twigs, birch bark. So I'll dump some birch bark down the hole there. But any tinder can of course be used. Yeah, we will of course run the usual birch bark routine here. You might be relatively tired of by now actually. But it's part of the fire starting ritual on Survival Russia, so to speak. Anyway, let's get it on. There was some coating on this part of the ferro rod. You can dump a little bit more birch bark in. And we can add some small sticks. It can be a good idea to have the sticks on top at first, like this. Can feed a few down there. But guys, I will try and maintain this fire here and get back to you. Anyway, you can see what's going on down there, what it looks like. But we need to get it running, and no need to run the cameras for me sitting and feeding this fire for a while. It's smoking quite a lot more than it normally does, but there's an explanation to that, and it's also not burning as well as it normally does, but there's also an explanation to that. So guys, I'm not gonna fake it and make this look awesome for 30 seconds or something and say, hey, this is how it goes. The reason I cannot make it burn just like I did in Denmark, or have done in Denmark many times, is that I don't have any rocks here. I have no rocks and no stones at all. Normally, you will fill up the bottom with some relatively good sized rocks, so the airflow will come in from straight underneath, and not like here where it comes in on the side, so it actually burns. We can say it burns mostly over here. You can see when I'm able to make the fire on top of the stones or rocks or whatever we can call them, then the airflow, as it comes from straight from below, and the rocks of course gets heated up and help with dragging air in. So this is how you can do it. If you don't believe me, then try it out, guys. It works pretty awesome actually, and the reason it's awesome is that you can of course make this little fire under a tarp or almost anywhere if you want to be a little bit stealthy and so on. But for me here, it smoked a lot. And it normally doesn't do that. It's an awesome little stick stove. actually. But it's not an awesome little stick stove here. That is for dang sure. Quite interesting. I didn't expect it actually. I expected it to work almost as normal, but yeah, that's how it is. Anyway, guys, I hope you liked the little video here. And I hope you will check the links in the description. Consider supporting the channel and the vehicle project and all that good stuff. And until next time, get out and train. Do something awesome. See you in the next video, guys.